Welcome back. This is Excel video 435. I'm Nate Moore. Talked to a group of cardiologists the other day who said, Nate, we're frustrated. We can't get information out of our PM system. We can't get it out of our IT group. Can you help us? Absolutely. We're going to start with the bill charges data set and some collections information and really help them understand what's going on in their practice. I'd love to do the same for your practice when you're ready. I have some pre-authorization information today. Patients, primary insurance, here's their surgery date, a pre-authorization number, and I want to flag things that I need to work on. So maybe I've dumped this from my PM system or whatever. I want to look at what do I need to do next? Which pre-auth should I work on next? That kind of thing. Remember back when we first started talking about VBA and macros, we built these buttons. Well, I built a little button here, and what we're going to do is just a basic thing that's going to highlight the patients and the surgery dates that may need a pre-auth. So what we're going to do is when I click this, we're going to run a little button that sends to bold everybody that might need a pre-auth. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to bold everything but Medicare. That's how we're going to start. And let me show you how I did that. What I've got is in this basic little pre-auth routine. You remember the last row logic? We're going to start in column 1, go down, figure out what the last row is, and work our way through column 3 to the last row. And the reason we're starting at column 3 is just because I have a space here, and this is my heading. So I'm going to start at, row 3. Row 3 in column A and go down. And what we're going to do from row 3 on down is say if the cells in the row we're on, which A is tracking what row I'm on, column 2, if that value is not Medicare, then I'm going to take that row from column 1 and then I'm going to resize it out 4 columns and just make it bold. So we're going to look at column 2. If it's not Medicare, we're going to go and take all 4 columns and make them bold. That's all we're doing with this if statement. Here's the way if works. We're going to have if and then. So if has a test that VBA can analyze and say, is it true or false? If it's true, what comes after the then statement is what Excel does. Let's make it a bit more complicated. So I'm going to come over here and grab all these guys and take the bold off, and let's run this code. And what we're going to do, same thing, last row, we're going to go find that, start in the 3rd row, work our way down, and now we're going to do 2 things if it's not Medicare. If the cells aren't Medicare, then, and then what I do is I put them on separate lines here. I said, all right, first I'm going to make it bold just like I did up above, and I'm also going to turn the font color red if the cell value in column 2 is not Medicare. That's all my if-then statement does. And you'll notice here in the initial one, when it all fit on one line, I can just do if and then, and I'm done. As soon as I go to multiple lines, I've got if, then I've got multiple lines, and I need to end with an end if statement. So Excel knows when to stop checking to see, all right, if this cell is not Medicare, how much do I do? Well, I do it until I get to this end if. That's the difference. If it's on one line, you don't need an end if. If it's on multiple lines, you do need that end if at the end. Well, let's run it. So now what we're going to do is we'll come back over here, and now we've made it bold and red. If it's not Medicare, these might need pre-authorizations. Well, we need to make things a bit more complicated. Some of these folks have pre-authorizations. I don't need to test those. It'd be nice if I could look at the surgery date and see, hey, how far away am I from today's date, and maybe highlight those that are coming up sooner, in a different color or something. We're going to work with this if statement and add a bunch more conditions to it in the next Excel video. Thanks for watching.